this is Fade from nerffaids.blogspot.com. This is my second Faidian Slip video in a series that I hope will last quite a while. This whole video isn't about Stratholme, but I'll go ahead and tell you why I'm standing in front of it first. Though, like I said in my previous Faidian Slip, it's unfortunately not a great place to get large brilliant shards anymore, it is still the only place to farm righteous orbs. Well, the only reliable. You can farm one mob outside of Stratholme, but who wants to do that? It is still a great place to do righteous orbs. Unfortunately, on this run, I only get one off the boss that's still guaranteed to drop one. The run before, I'd gotten 6, I think. It's just one of those, hey, if someone's watching, I'm not going to drop it kind of a thing, I think. But it is still a pretty decent drop rate, regardless of what this video might show you. So, the reason that I'm farming righteous orbs right now is because I want to make Crusader enchants. The reason I want to make Crusader enchants is because, guess what? On Tuesday, Cataclysm launches. We've been waiting for it a long time, and it's finally here. This is going to bring a lot of changes and a lot of different ways to make gold, but one of the things that I want to make sure I've got at least a little bit of a toe dipped into is heirloom enchants. And so I want to have these Crusader enchants all farmed up so that people can give them to their new Worgen, and I might even send some over to Hordeside to sell to the upcoming goblins and such. Stratholme itself hasn't changed all that much other than a lower level, the fact that now instead of Rune Cloth they drop Mage Weave, so if you're looking to farm Mage Weave this is a great spot. And then some aesthetic changes such as Live Side is now very, very dead. Unfortunately, the two sections are split into two now, so you can't go from Live Side immediately to Dead Side and farm up a Barren Mount in the process. So when you're coming in here, you're pretty much just farming orbs and Mage Weave. And perhaps even Gilneas Rep, which is what I'm doing, as you can see up there in the top left. Coming up is a great time to start moving out your Netherweave bags. If the prices aren't that great, as you look at the market, don't feel like you have to sell them now. Yeah, a lot of people are buying, but don't sell yourself short. People will be buying these for ages to come. They're still going to be a great choice for new alts. So be patient, and just make sure you're getting a good price for it. Don't sell yourself short just because you're impatient like I usually am. I do want to go back and mention something I said in my previous Faidian Slip, which was that large radiant shards are what you get from Live Side of Stratholme now. Well, actually, I think I said small brilliant, but I was wrong. It's large radiant from Live Side, small brilliant from Dead Side. I believe I said that large radiant shards were pretty much useless. That's not technically true. You can use it for 3 stats to chest, but considering most people will spring for 4 stats to chest, you won't sell very many of them. But if you've got the large radiant shards anyways, you might as well put them to use in that way. Another relatively recent change that I haven't really seen getting a lot of lip service among the gold making community is the fact that enchanting vellums are now sold on enchanting trainers. When I was on a revered character, perhaps exalted, I was able to buy a vellum for 8 silver apiece. So it's a pretty decent price, and it definitely puts a ceiling on the price you will probably be able to get for vellums. Then again, people are still selling Vanishing Powder on the auction house, so it's still worth a shot. Maybe even go buy some off the vendor, toss them up on the auction house for more, see if you can make a little bit of a profit off people who don't know, or people who are just lazy like me. I ended up getting a second account as an early Christmas present, so I can get a rocket. Hasn't come in the mail yet, but yay for triple XP. As a result, I've been experimenting with dual boxing. What does this mean for you? Well, it means I've got a lot of alts. So I'm learning a little bit more about what it's like to be a low-level character after the shattering. What's it like? Nodes everywhere. Mining and herbalism, if you want to max out your experience, is a great way to go. I've got 2 characters, one of which has crafting professions, one of which has mining herbalism. The poor little gatherer has gone about 4 levels beyond the crafter and is not getting triple XP anymore, so it can definitely boost your XP really quickly. The thing is, with so many nodes, those resources aren't necessarily as valuable as they once were. So keep in mind that mining and skinning might not be the powerhouse they once were. What you can do if you're looking to make money with your alts while leveling is do herbalism inscription. Inscription will still remain a moneymaker. A lot of people, after all the inks went to 3 inks per glyph, and then suddenly you couldn't trade anything but black fallow down, have abandoned the glyph market. It's really not in their best interest, but it certainly is in yours. You can get, on my server, glyphs that used to be going for 2 gold are now going for 50, and the thing is, those herbs really aren't that hard to get. With the increased amount of nodes, you can just buy the lower level herbs, mill them off just right off the bat, and end up with plenty of ink, and you can make a great profit, level a crafting profession. Hell, even if you don't need it, drop it later, but you'll make a lot of money while you're leveling, and you can put those herbs to a much more profitable use than just selling the raw herbs. Going to cut this Faidian Slip video a little bit short, as well as being the final time to prepare for Cataclysm. It's also finals week, so I'm afraid I've got to go study. But be sure to get all ready for Tuesday, because we're going to have to make pushes to server first. Everyone's going to be stocking up the auction house with all sorts of heirloom enchants. It's going to be nuts. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. Have a good Cataclysm, and I'll see you next Sunday. As always, gotta get in that shameless plug. Check out my blog at nerffaids.blogspot.com. You guys have a nice night.